If you've ever jumped into Marathon, you know the weapon selection is absolutely wild. I mean, 29 different guns to choose from, not even counting grenades or that trusty knife that somehow ends up feeling like a mini boss at times. It's easy to get overwhelmed and not know which gun is actually worth your time. Well, don't worry, we've done all the testing and shooting for you. In this video, we're breaking down the Marathon guns tier list, showing you which weapons are absolute must-haves and which ones are just fun to mess around with. By the end, you'll know exactly what to grab to fill your vault with pure firepower. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking weapons in Marathon. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Overrun AR, Retaliator LMG, Ares RG, Repeater HPR, Copperhead RF, and CE Tactical Sidearm. Alright, let's be honest for a second. Some weapons in Marathon are like that one friend who shows up to game night with good intentions but somehow ruins everything. Enter our tier C lineup. These guns mean well, but they're just not that great. First up, the Overrun Assault Rifle. Look, it's not bad per se, but it's like ordering a plain sandwich when you could have had a triple layered feast. There's absolutely nothing distinct about it. It fires, it shoots, it maybe hits the enemy, and then you're left wondering why you even bothered picking it over literally any other assault rifle in the game. Pointless? Yep. Next, the Retaliator Light Machine Gun. Oh boy, heavy, cumbersome, and with a fire rate that somehow makes you regret every single decision that led to you equipping it. You want to feel powerful with a machine gun? Not with this one. It's like lugging around a piano in a marathon. Not ideal. Then we have the Ares Railgun. Now, don't get me wrong, when it hits hard, but the stats and the charge requirements? Let's just say this gun demands a PhD in patience. And honestly, by the time you've mastered it, you're thinking, was it really worth it? Spoiler, probably not. Moving on to the Repeater Heavy Precision Rifle. Sure, it can deal some respectable damage if you're nailing those headshots, but let's face it, the rest of its stats are so bad it's like trying to drive a car with a square wheel. Good luck making this thing feel like a serious threat. Copperhead Rapid Fire Submachine Gun, we need to talk. Up close, it's slightly tolerable, but step even a foot away from your enemy and suddenly its low damage renders that lightning fast fire rate useless. And the price? Don't even ask. It's an expensive disappointment, plain and simple. And finally, the CE Tactical Sidearm. This one doesn't even need much introduction. It's simply the worst weapon in the whole game. You pick it up and you can almost hear it whispering, "Good luck, buddy." There's really no saving this one, folks. Just don't. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Hardline PR, V85 Circuit Breaker, Twin Tap HBR, Impact HAR, V75 Scar, V66 Lookout, V00 Zeus RG, Conquest LMG, and V22 Volt Thrower. You know that feeling when you find a weapon and think, this one might actually pull its weight? That's exactly what Tier B in Marathon is all about. Weapons that are solid, sometimes sneaky good, but not quite breaking into the elite. Let's start with the Hardline Precision Rifle. This one's a classic. If you can aim, you can dominate scenario. For player versus environment battles, it's really strong, but only if you're landing those headshots. Miss, and it suddenly feels like you're poking enemies with a stick. Next up, the V85 Circuit Breaker Shotgun. A more than decent shotgun overall, but here's the catch. You've got to charge your shots to really feel its power. Without that charge, it's just meh. Especially when you're comparing it to the S tier monsters that don't need this kind of prep. Twin Tap Heavy Burst Rifle is a tricky one. It can down enemies fast, no doubt, but the recoil is a bit of a pain, and its effective distance isn't amazing. It's kind of like sprinting in sneakers with untied laces, quick but awkward if things get messy. Impact Heavy Assault Rifle is another almost but not quite story. If its fire rate was just a touch faster, we'd be looking at Tier A easily. As it stands, it can leave you vulnerable in tight, close quarters fights. Timing and positioning are everything here. V75 Scar Assault Rifle has that Volt ammo going up for it, which is cool because you can fire quite a few rounds before reloading, but don't expect to snipe distant enemies with it. It loses punch pretty quickly the farther away your target is. V66 Lookout Precision Rifle shines over long distances. You can really pick off enemies from afar if you're patient. The only problem? It just doesn't hit quite hard enough to push it into the top tiers. Still, it's a great pick for maps with open sightlines. V00 Zeus Railgun is a bit of a love it or hate it weapon. Railguns in Marathon aren't exactly popular thanks to that charge mechanic and overall awkwardness, but if you control the battlefield and charge your shots properly, Zeus can still deliver some satisfying damage bursts. Conquest Light Machine Gun is situational, no sugarcoating it. You've got to fire for a few seconds to get its rate of fire up, which makes it kind of clunky in fast-paced fights. But in the right scenario, especially holding a choke point, it can be surprisingly effective. Finally, the V22 Volt Thrower Pistol. Not the best for player versus player unless your opponents are poorly equipped, but man, it's fun to play with. Plus, when you're facing UESC units, it can actually come in handy. Sometimes, having fun is half the battle, right? The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Outland, Strider, M1T, BRR, TS, MG, V99 Channel, Demolition HMG, Twin Tap H, BR, Magnum MC, and V11 Punch. Let's get real. Tier A in Marathon is where things start to feel truly satisfying. These are the guns that make you feel like a force to be reckoned with, even if a few quirks keep them from S-tier perfection. First up, our beloved Outland Sniper Rifle. Oh, Outland, you magnificent beast. Your damage is top-notch, your accuracy is dreamy, but that slower fire rate? Yeah, that's why we gently nudged you into Tier A. Still, one well-placed shot and you feel like a legend. Strider M1T Precision Rifle is next. This one's solid, stable, and every burst hits hard. If you've got decent aim, you can mow down enemies like they're standing still. It's the kind of weapon that rewards skill without demanding PhD level patience. BRRT Submachine Gun is the close quarters terror. Low stability makes it a bit tricky, but if you manage it, this SMG is a beast in tight spaces. It's like juggling knives, a little scary but extremely satisfying when you pull it off. The V99 Channel Sniper Rifle is a charge sniper that charges as you aim. Clever, right? The catch is, you still need a moment to charge your shots, so timing is everything, but once you master it, you can dominate long-range fights like a sniper god. Demolition Heavy Machine Gun is a dream for heavy weapon enthusiasts. Better damage, better fire rate, and that sweet, satisfying thrum of bullets tearing through the battlefield. If big guns make your heart race, this is your go-to. Twin Tap Heavy Burst Rifle is all about raw damage. You might have to sacrifice some range, but when it connects, the time to kill is glorious. It's perfect for medium-range skirmishes where precision and speed meet. Magnum MC Pistol is tricky. If you're landing headshots, it's pure PvP gold. Miss them, and it drops to Tier B in a heartbeat. Skill dependent, but oh so rewarding in the right hands. Finally, V11 Punch Pistol. Great for PvP, and with charged shots, it can hit like a truck. It's simple, effective, and a lot of fun. Basically a pocket powerhouse you want in your arsenal. The weapons in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Biotoxic Disinjector, Longshot, M77 Assault Rifle, BR33 Volley Rifle, WSTR Combat Shotgun, Misfire 2442, and Bully SMG. Alright, buckle up, because Tier S in Marathon is basically where the game starts bending reality. These weapons aren't just strong, they're absurdly, hilariously overpowered. Handle with care. First, the Biotoxic Disinjector. Added in the Cryo Archive, this hybrid weapon is downright broken. The only catch? You've got to take down a compiler on that map to even get your hands on it. For the elite players out there, this one is basically a congratulations, you've won the game kind of gun. Next, the Longshot Sniper Rifle. We are honestly baffled it hasn't been nerfed yet. 3 quick shots, minimal recoil, and insane damage. If you like seeing enemies evaporate from across the map, this sniper is your dream come true. M77 Assault Rifle is a powerhouse. Whether you prefer it over the BR33 or not is personal taste, but the damage output is just devastating, especially against UESC units. Fast, reliable, and downright satisfying to spray when things get chaotic. BR33 Volley Rifle is our favorite precision rifle, hands down. Burst weapons can be tricky, but this one's stability and accuracy make it feel almost effortless. Aim, fire, repeat. Enemies won't know what hit them. WSTR Combat Shotgun is a beast up close. Land your 2 shots before reloading, and you can tear through almost anything in front of you. If your enemy is wearing blue shields or standing far away, they might just survive. Otherwise, they're toast. Misraya 2442 is for the more is better crowd. Instead of 2 shots, you get multiple per magazine and it hits like a truck. Extremely strong, extremely satisfying, and perfect when you want to clear rooms in style. Finally, the Bully submachine gun. Not only is this the most accessible gun in Tier S, but it's also ridiculously powerful. You can start using it in your very first hours of play, and it will carry you hard through the early game. Basically a little S tier gift for newcomers. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.